Hi everybody, how are you today? So I wanted to jump on here really quickly and talk a little bit about politics. Now you guys know, if you watch my channel, I stay away from this because it's just a mess. It's just a hot ass mess. But now it's to the point where I cannot ignore it. These things in politics is getting worse and worse and worse. And we got to talk about some of them today. We're going to talk about how Donald Trump is selling get out of jail free cards to black people. We also have to talk about how Democrats are saying that Donald Trump really wasn't shot, that it was glass fragments, even though we've seen him bleeding. Then we have to talk about how Joe Biden is getting back at Donald Trump for saying that all the undocumented workers are taking all the black people's jobs. So Joe Biden helps him out by defining what black jobs are, even though he doesn't know where he is half of the time, okay? But before we get into all of this, I have to tell you guys, I am a Democrat. I will be voting for Joe Biden, even though I say jokes about Joe Biden that are true or not true. I can't deny the fact that, something might be wrong with Joe. I'm still going to vote for him and pray for the best, okay? And I'm a Democrat for my own personal reasons, okay? So let's just get that out the way. So let's start with Wendy Ossoffo, who I will easily say is the smartest person that I have to talk about today. The beautiful Wendy Ossoffo. Isn't she just beautiful? Now, we all know that she's a political commentator, but she came out publicly yesterday and said, not this time around. I'm going to take a break for the summer. I will not be getting in this mess. And she's probably thinking, if I sit in this political stuff, I'll get just as crazy as the rest of them. Everybody is just batshit crazy when it comes to the presidential election. So she goes public and says that she's not getting in it. Then she goes on to warn us about Donald Trump's VP pick. In other words, she's saying, Donald Trump hates this guy. He's Donald Trump's enemy. How in the hell is this supposed to work out?
Hey y'all, hope you're well. So I have made a conscious decision to try to stay out of the fray, the political fray, during the summertime for election 2024, just to keep my peace. But a lot has been going on, and I just have to step in real quick. Not only was there an attempted assassination of a former U.S. president this weekend, but now former President Donald Trump, who's running for the Republican ticket, just announced Senator J.D. Vance as his vice presidential pick. Y'all, please do not be fooled. J.D. Vance is a fraud. He doesn't like Trump. He never liked Trump. He said so many times. And he is just a pick, in my opinion, because Trump is trying to combat the whole, I'm too old to be president, so here goes this nice shiny ticket. Okay, don't believe me? Swipe left.
So Donald Trump just picked J.D. Vance to be his running mate, to be his vice president. And if you were familiar with J.D. Vance a few years ago, that might be surprising to you. Because there was a time, way back in 2016, where J.D. Vance referred to Donald Trump as another Hitler. And that's not all he had to say about him. I'm a never Trump guy, Vance said in an interview with Charlie Rose in 2016. Also, he tweeted in October of 2016, my God, what an idiot, referring to Trump. Vance expressed similar sentiments in other interviews and since deleted tweets from that time, including publicly mulling the idea of supporting Hillary Clinton, calling Trump noxious and reprehensible. So Vance has said that if he had been the vice president in 2020, he would have carried out Trump's scheme for the vice president to overturn the election results. He has fundraised for January 6th rioters. He once called the Justice Department to open a criminal investigation into a Washington Post columnist who penned a critical piece about Trump. He just wrote things that he didn't like about Trump, and this guy said he should be investigated by the Justice Department. This worldview translates into a very aggressive agenda for a second Trump presidency. In a podcast interview, Vance said that Trump should, quote, fire every single mid-level bureaucrat in the U.S. government and, quote, replace them with our people. If the courts attempted to stop this, Vance says Trump should simply ignore the law. What does that sound like? Oh, that's right. It sounds like Project 2025.
So there you have it. It sounds like he really supports Project 2025. Now, we went over what Project 2025 is. I will repost it again because every human being that can vote needs to know what Project 2025 is. Many are saying it's a road to dictatorship. Now, as far as Project 2025 goes, in order for it to work, Donald Trump must be president, and he will not be president without a certain percent of the black vote. So the rumor is Fire Festival guy, you guys remember him, he made a big disaster out of Fire Festival. His real name is Billy McFarland. They're saying that he's going around connecting Donald Trump to young African-American voters that need pardons from the prisons. So whether it's for you yourself, or it's for a family member or a friend of yours that's in prison and you need them out, according to the rumors, Donald Trump is saying, listen, if you vote for me, I'll give you that pardon. Now, this is the craziest part. You know whose name allegedly is on this list for pardons? That is Amber Rose. Yes, people, the Amber Rose that just gave a Republican speech yesterday at the convention. The rumor is Amber is a part of a scam to sell phony cryptocurrency, and she's currently under a federal investigation. Now, if she's found guilty in this cryptocurrency scandal, she could be spending years, up to 20 years in prison. So, according to the rumors, this is why she has a sudden new deep-seated love for Donald Trump. Now, is Donald Trump really selling pardons to people? I don't know. You have to be the judge of that. So keep your eye on the situation. But speaking of corruption, we have more corruption going around. Everyone, both Democrat and Republicans, are going around saying that the attempt on Donald Trump's life, the assassination, was completely fake. You got Republicans saying that it was the Secret Service itself that was behind the plot. They're saying that they didn't follow protocol and they let the trigger man get to Donald Trump. Then you have Democrats saying he wasn't shot at all. Those are glass fragments in his ear. And not only that, when he was allegedly shot, he sure did take his time getting off the stage.
Several loud pop noises were heard, presumed to be gunshots, which led to the former president hitting the ground, then immediately being surrounded by the Secret Service agents. Before Trump hit the ground, his hand would touch his right ear. As he was quickly escorted off stage, blood was seen leaking from the former president's ear as he began fist pumping. As more information continues to come out regarding the tragic event, most of the country's thoughts and energy have been dedicated to this unexpected event. Not long after the incident, comedian D.L. Hughley would take to Instagram and offer his thoughts on the situation. He would repost the infamous video of Trump being taken away by his Secret Service with a bloody ear. Hughley's caption read, "The double fist pump at the end for the crowd was the perfect touch." And scene. If Tubi had an award show, this should definitely be nominated in the scripted reality category. And from the looks of Hughley's comments under the Instagram post, he isn't the only one questioning the validity of this moment. One user on social media would claim the shooting was fake and wrote, "This dude casually bent down after getting shot or shot at."
And on a final note, here is Joe Biden's reaction to Donald Trump saying that undocumented workers are stealing all of the black people's jobs.
Oh, I'm serious. Go figure. From a guy who spread the birthism lie against Barack Obama, saying he wasn't born in America and he wasn't a U.S. citizen. Of course, here's what he thinks of black jobs. I love his phrase, black jobs. It tells a lot about the man and about his character. Folks, I know what a black job is. It's the Vice President of the United States.
So there you have it, people. Lots going on today, a lot. What are your thoughts on Amber Rose possibly headed to the slammer for a scam? And do you think after days later, do you think the president was really shot or was it glass fragments? And just because Joe Biden stood up to Donald Trump about his comments about black jobs, is he competent enough to run this country? Until next time, bye for now.